Capeville clearance. Good afternoon. WestJet 1799 ready for pushback at Alpha 3.
Sky Niner 116 cleared to land runway 35 left.
WestJet 1799 cleared for pushback. Capeville ground. WestJet 1799 ready to taxi. WestJet 1799 taxi to runway 35 left. Capeville Tower. WestJet 1799 request to cross runway. Euro 3363 cleared for pushback. WestJet 1799 continue taxi.
Capeville ground. Sky Niner 116 taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Capeville Tower. Good evening. Air France 1858 is on approach.
Capeville ground. WestJet 1799 with you.
Air France 1858 clear to land runway 35 left.
WestJet 1799 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. Euro 3363 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower. Sky Niner 116 request to cross runway. Sky Niner 116 continue taxi. Capeville ground. Sky Niner 116 with you.
Traffic clearance. Good evening. AirAsia 6467 ready for pushback at Bravo 2. AirAsia 6467 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower. Euro 3363 request to cross runway. Euro 3363 continue taxi. Capeville ground. Euro 3363 with you.
Capeville ground. AirAsia 6467 ready to taxi. AirAsia 6467 taxi to runway 35 right.
Euro 3363 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville ground. Air France 1858 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Capeville Tower. Good evening. Hong Kong 6910 is on approach. Hong Kong 6910 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Air France 1858 continue taxi.
AirAsia 6467 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville ground. Air France 1858 with you. KLM 99925 clear for pushback. Capeville Tower. Good evening. KLM 1708 is on approach. KLM 1708 clear to land runway 35 left. KLM 99925 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance. Good evening. FedEx 8427 ready for pushback at Charlie 4.
Capeville Tower. KLM 99925 request to cross runway.
FedEx 8427 cleared for pushback.
KLM 99925 continue taxi.
Capeville ground. Hong Kong 6910 taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Capeville Ground KLM 9er 25 with you.
FedEx 8427, taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Turkish 7784 is on approach.
Capeville Ground KLM 1708, taxi to the gates.
Turkish 7784 cleared to land runway 35 left.
KLM 1708, taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Capeville clearance, good evening. Condor 6763, ready for pushback at Bravo 5. Capeville Tower, FedEx 8427, request to cross runway. FedEx 8427, continue taxi. Condor 6763, cleared for pushback.
Hong Kong 6910, hold position.
Capeville Ground, FedEx 8427, with you.
KLM 1708, continue taxi. Capeville Tower KLM 9er 25, ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Capeville Ground KLM 1708 with you. KLM 9er 25, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Hong Kong 6910, continue taxi.
Condor 6763, taxi to runway 35 left.
Turkish 7784 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Hong Kong 6910, continue taxi.
Capeville Tower, FedEx 8427, ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Condor 6763, continue taxi.
Capeville Ground, Hong Kong 6910, with you.
Capeville Ground, Condor 6763, with you.
Capeville clearance, good evening. Turn 1147, ready for pushback at Alpha 5. Capeville clearance, good evening. Air France 6555, ready for pushback at Charlie 1.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Virgin 4936 is on approach. Virgin 4936, clear to land runway 35 right.
FedEx 8427, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Turkish 7784 hold position. Turkish 7784 continue taxi.
Condor 6763, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Air France 6555, cleared for pushback.
Turkish 7784 continue taxi. Capeville Ground Turkish 7784 with you. Capeville Tower, good evening. Air Portugal 8680 is on approach.
Capeville Ground, Lufthansa 4849, ready to taxi.
Capeville Ground, Terram 1147, ready to taxi.
Air Portugal 8680 clear to land runway 35 left.
Air France 6555, taxi to runway 35 left.
Lufthansa 4849, taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Virgin 4936, taxi to the gates.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Ava 6808 is on approach.
Terran 1147, taxi to runway 35 left.
Ava 6808, clear to land runway 35 left. Capeville clearance, good evening. Qatari 5013, ready for pushback at Bravo 3.
Terran 1147, hold position.
Qatari 5013, cleared for pushback.
Terran 1147, continue taxi.
Virgin 4936, taxi to gate Bravo 2.
Capeville Ground, Qatari 5013, ready to taxi. Qatari 5013, taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance, good evening. Lufthansa 1901, ready for pushback at Alpha 2.
Capeville Ground Air Portugal 8680 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Lufthansa 1901, cleared for pushback.
Berlin 4386, clear to land runway 35 left. Qatari 5013 continue taxi. Capeville Ground Qatari 5013 with you.
Tarim 1147 continue taxi.
Air Portugal 8680 continue taxi.
Capeville Ground Tarim 1147 with you.
Capeville Ground Lufthansa 4849 with you.
Air France 6555 continue taxi. Asiana 2156 clear to land runway 35 right. Capeville Ground Air France 6555 with you.
Capeville Ground Air Portugal 8680 with you.
Ava 6808 continue taxi.
Lufthansa 1901 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground Ava 6808 with you. Transnor 5433 taxi to runway 35 left. Capeville Tower Qatari 5013 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Capeville Ground Berlin 4386 taxi to the gates.
Emirates 5113 cleared for pushback.
Qatari 5013 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Tarim 1147 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Lufthansa 4849 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Lufthansa 1901 continue taxi. Air France 6555 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. With 1652 clear to land runway 35 right.
Emirates 5113 continue taxi.
Berlin 4386 continue taxi.
Capeville Ground Emirates 5113 with you.
Capeville Ground Berlin 4386 with you.
Capeville Ground Lufthansa 1901 with you.
All Nippon 1130 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Emirates 5113 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Asiana 2156 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Korean 4067 cleared for pushback. Capeville Tower. Good evening. Finnair 1606 is on approach.
Capeville Tower Lufthansa 1901 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Lufthansa 1901 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Finnair 1606 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Korean 4067 taxi to runway 35 left.
Sky 9117 cleared for pushback.
With 1652 taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Capeville Ground Sky 9117 ready to taxi. Sky 9117 taxi to runway 35 left.
All Nippon 1130 taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Air Portugal 8680 is on approach. Air Portugal 8680 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Korean 4067 continue taxi. Capeville Ground Korean 4067 with you.
Air France 1859er cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground Finnair 1606 taxi to the gates.
Capeville Tower Korean 4067 ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground Air France 1859er ready to taxi.
Finnair 1606 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Air France 1859er taxi to runway 35 left.
Korean 4067 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower Finnair 1606 request to cross runway.
Sky 9117 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground Finnair 1606 with you. Finnair 1606 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Singapore 4236 is on approach. Singapore 4236 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground Air Portugal 8680 requesting taxi to the gates.
Capeville Tower Air France 1859er ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Air Portugal 8680 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Etihad 9272 is on approach. Etihad 9272 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Air Portugal 8680 continue taxi.
KLM 1709er cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground Air Portugal 8680 with you.
KLM 1709er taxi to runway 35 left. Air France 1859er cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Hong Kong 69er 11 cleared for pushback.
Capital Ground, Singapore 4236, taxi to the gates. Singapore 4236, taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Hong Kong 69er 11 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capital Ground, Etihad 9272, taxi to the gates.
Kenya 5838 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower KLM 1709er ready for takeoff runway 35 left. KLM 1709er cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Singapore 4236, continue taxi. Capital Ground, Singapore 4236, with you. Etihad 90272, taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Illuskit 5714 is on approach. Illuskit 5714 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, Hong Kong 69er 11 ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Turkish 7785 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground, Kenya 5838 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Virgin 4937 cleared for pushback.
Hong Kong 69er 11 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Turkish 7785 taxi to runway 35 left.
Virgin 4937 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Illuskit 5714 taxi to gate Alpha 5.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Air Portugal 49er34 is on approach. Air Portugal 49er34 clear to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Kenya 5838 with you.
Capeville Tower, Illuskit 5714 request to cross runway.
Virgin 4937 continue taxi.
Capeville Ground, Illuskit 5714 with you.
Capeville Ground, Virgin 4937 with you.
Capeville Tower, good evening. KLM 19er24 is on approach. KLM 19er24 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, Turkish 7785 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Turkish 7785 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Cathay 1742 is on approach. Cathay 1742 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Air Portugal 49er34 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Capeville clearance, Asiana 2157 ready for pushback at Charlie 2.
Capeville Tower, Virgin 49er37 ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Korea 5652 is on approach. Korea 5652 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance Ava 6809er ready for pushback at Charlie 1.
Capeville Ground, KLM 19er24 taxi to the gates. KLM 19er24 taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Capeville Ground, Cathay 1742 taxi to the gates.
Capeville Tower, Air Portugal 49er34 request to cross runway. Air Portugal 49er34 continue taxi. Capeville clearance Berlin 4387 ready for pushback at Bravo 3. Capeville Ground Air Portugal 49er34 with you.
Cathay 1742 requesting taxi to the gates.
Capeville Ground Korean 5652 taxi to the gates.
Ava 6809er cleared for pushback.
Asiana 2157 cleared for pushback.
Virgin 4937 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Berlin 4387 cleared for pushback. Capeville Ground Ava 6809er ready to taxi.
Asiana 2157 taxi to runway 35 left.
Ava 6809er taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance with 1653 ready for pushback at Alpha 2.
Korean 5652 requesting taxi to the gates.
Berlin 4387 taxi to runway 35 right.
With 1653 cleared for pushback.
Korean 5652 taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Cathay 1742 taxi to gate Bravo 3.
All Nippon 1131 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower Korean 5652 request to cross runway. Korean 5652 continue taxi.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Dynasty 5834 is on approach.
Capeville Ground Korean 5652 with you.
Dynasty 5834 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Berlin 4387 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Asiana 2157 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Ava 6809 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Korean 5652 hold position.
With 1653 taxi to runway 35 left.
Finnair 1607 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, All Nippon 1131 request to cross runway.
Korean 5652 continue taxi.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Dynasty 1972 is on approach.
All Nippon 1131 continue taxi.
Dynasty 1972 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground All Nippon 1131 with you.
With 1653 continue taxi. Capeville Ground with 1653 review. Dynasty 5834 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
Alitalia 6336 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, All Nippon 1131 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Capeville clearance Etihad 9273 ready for pushback at Bravo 1.
Blue Panorama 89er16 cleared to land runway 35 right.
With 1653 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
.4237 ready for pushback at Charlie 4.
Finnair 1607 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Air Portugal 8681 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground, Dynasty 1972 taxi to the gates.
Yellow Cab 49er42 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Etihad 90273 taxi to runway 35 left. Capeville Ground, Singapore 4237 ready to taxi.
Air Portugal 8681 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, Etihad 90273 request to cross runway.
Air France 8420 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Etihad 90273 continue taxi.
Alitalia 6336 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Dynasty 1972 continue taxi.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Cathay 9er102 is on approach. Cathay 9er102 clear to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Dynasty 1972 with you.
Capeville Tower, Etihad 90273 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Singapore 4237 taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, good evening. EVA 5976 is on approach. EVA 5976 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Blue Panorama 89er16 taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Yellow Cab 49er42 taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Capeville clearance Kenya 5839er ready for pushback at Alpha 4.
Capeville Tower, Singapore 4237 ready for takeoff runway 35 right.
Air France 8420 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Capeville Ground, Capo 90102 taxi to the gate. Capo 90102 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Capeville clearance, Illuskit 5715, ready for pushback at Alpha 5.
Singapore 4237 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right. Etihad 90273 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Air Portugal 8681 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Lot 5174 is on approach. Lot 5174 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Eva 5976 taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Kenya 5839 cleared for pushback.
Capeville ground, Illuskit 5715, ready to taxi.
Kenya 5839 taxi to runway 35 left.
Illuskit 5715, taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower Eva 5976 request to cross runway. Eva 5976 continue taxi. Capeville ground Eva 5976 with you.
KLM 1925 cleared for pushback.
Capeville ground, Lot 5174 requesting taxi to the gates. Lot 5174 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Capeville Tower, good evening. ANN 7764 is on approach.
Illuskit 5715, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Kenya 5839 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
ANN 7764 clear to land runway 35 left.
KLM 1925 taxi to runway 35 left.
Air Portugal 4935 taxi to runway 35 left.
KLM 1925 continue taxi. Capeville ground KLM 1925 with you. Capeville Tower, good evening. Yellow cab 3468 is on approach. Yellow cab 3468 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Cathay 1743 cleared for pushback.
Capeville ground, ANN 7764 taxi to the gates.
Capeville ground Cathay 1743 ready to taxi. Cathay 1743 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower KLM 1925 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. KLM 1925 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
ANN 7764 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
KLM 1925 cancel takeoff. Capeville ground yellow cab 3468 requesting taxi to the gates.
Air Portugal 4935 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
KLM 1925 taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Cathay 1743 continue taxi. Capeville ground Cathay 1743 with you.
Yellow cab 3468 taxi to gate Alpha 5. Capeville clearance Korean 5653 ready for pushback at Charlie 1. Korean 5653 cleared for pushback.
ANN 7764 continue taxi.
Capeville clearance Dynasty 5835 ready for pushback at Bravo 2.
Capeville ground, ANN 7764 with you.
Dynasty 5835 cleared for pushback.
ANN 7764 hold position.
Korean 5653 taxi to runway 35 left.
ANN 7764 continue taxi.
Cathay 1743 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. Dynasty 5835 taxi to runway 35 left.
Etihad 3728 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower. Good morning. Trans North 4326 is on approach. Trans North 4326 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, Dynasty 5835 request to cross runway. Capeville Tower, good morning. Tame 2690 is on approach. Tame 2690 cleared to land runway 35 left. Dynasty 5835, continue taxi. Capeville Ground, Dynasty 5835 with you.
Capeville Ground, Etihad 3728 taxi to the gates. Etihad 3728 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
Capeville Tower, good morning. FedEx 3814 is on approach. FedEx 3814 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Trans North 4326, taxi to the gates. Trans North 4326, taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Capeville clearance, Blue Panorama 89er17 ready for pushback at Alpha 2.
Capeville Tower, Dynasty 5835 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Dynasty 5835 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Blue Panorama 89er17 cleared for pushback.
Korean 5653 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. Capeville clearance Alitalia 6337 ready for pushback at Alpha 1.
Trans North 4326, continue taxi. Capeville clearance, Dynasty 19er73, ready for pushback at Charlie 2. Capeville Ground, Trans North 4326 with you.
Blue Panorama 89er17 taxi to runway 35 left.
Alitalia 6337 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Team 2690 requesting taxi to the gates.
Blue Panorama 89er17 continue taxi.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Ural 700 is on approach.
Capeville Ground, Blue Panorama 89er17 with you.
Ural 700 cleared to land runway 35 right.
FedEx 3814 requesting taxi to the gates.
Cathay 9er103 taxi to runway 35 left.
Yellow Cab 49er43 taxi to runway 35 left.
Cathay 9er103 continue taxi. Capeville Ground, Cathay 9er103 with you.
Alitalia 6337 continue taxi.
Blue Panorama 89er17 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground Alitalia 6337 with you.
Swiss 5564 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Team 2690 with you.
Yellow Cab 49er43 continue taxi.
Air France 8421 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground Yellow Cab 49er43 with you.
Dynasty 19er73, taxi to runway 35 left.
Cathay 9er103 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Singapore 4542 cleared to land runway 35 right. Yellow Cab 49er43 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Air France 8421 continue taxi. Capeville Ground, Air France 8421 with you.
Alitalia 6337 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Iberia 2056 is on approach. Iberia 2056 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Air France 8421 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Dynasty 19er73, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
EVA 59er77 taxi to runway 35 left.
Ural 700 taxi to gate Alpha 2. Lot 5175 taxi to runway 35 left.
EVA 59er77 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Swiss 5564 taxi to gate Alpha 3.
FedEx 3814 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Singapore 4542 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Capeville Tower, Lot 5175 request to cross runway. Lot 5175 continue taxi.
Capeville Ground, Iberia 2056 requesting taxi to the gates.
Capeville Ground, Lot 5175 with you.
Iberia 2056 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Capeville Tower, Lot 5175 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Capeville Tower, good morning. Avianca 2000 is on approach. Avianca 2000 cleared to land runway 35 right. Lot 5175 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance, yellow cab 3469er, ready for pushback at Alpha 5. Yellow cab 3469er, cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Asiana 89er02 is on approach. Asiana 89er02 clear to land runway 35 right.
Yellow cab 3469er, taxi to runway 35 left.
Avianca 2000 taxi to gate Alpha 5.
Capeville clearance, ANN 7765 ready for pushback at Bravo 5.
KLM 19er25, cleared for pushback.
ANN 7765 cleared for pushback.
Yellow cab 3469er, continue taxi. Capeville ground, yellow cab 3469er, with you. Capeville ground, KLM 19er25, ready to taxi.
04876 clear to land runway 35 right. ANN 7765 taxi to runway 35 left.
Yellow cab 3469er, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. KLM 19er25, taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville ground, Asiana 89er02 taxi to the gate. Asiana 89er02 taxi to gate Charlie 4. Capeville Tower, good morning. Alitalia 9er288 is on approach. Alitalia 9er288 clear to land runway 35 right. Euro 4876 is going around.
Capeville clearance, Etihad 3729er ready for pushback at Bravo 2.
Avianca 8632 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Etihad 3729er cleared for pushback. Capeville ground, Etihad 3729er ready to taxi. Etihad 3729er taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Spinnaker 239er2 is on approach. ANN 7765 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. Spinnaker 239er2 clear to land runway 35 right.
KLM 19er25, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Iraqi 3380 is on approach. Iraqi 3380 clear to land runway 35 right. Alitalia 9er288 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Capeville ground, Avianca 8632 taxi to the gates.
Capeville Tower, Etihad 3729er request to cross runway.
Avianca 8632 taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Etihad 3729er continue taxi.
Capeville ground. Spinnaker 239er2 requesting taxi to the gates.
Capeville ground, Etihad 3729er with you.
Iraqi 3380 is going around. Spinnaker 239er2 taxi to gate Bravo 3.
Capeville Tower, Etihad 3729er ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Etihad 3729er
Capeville Tower, good morning. Ural 4876 is on approach. Ural 4876 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance, Trans North 4327, ready for pushback at Charlie 1. Trans North 4327, cleared for pushback.
FedEx 3815 cleared for pushback.
Capeville ground, Trans North 4327, ready to taxi. Trans North 4327, taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance Swiss 5565 ready for pushback at Alpha 3.
FedEx 3815 taxi to runway 35 left. Tame 26901 cleared for pushback.
Ural 4876 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
Ural 701 cleared for pushback.
Swiss 5565 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Germania 6708 is on approach. Germania 6708 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Tame 2. Taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance, Singapore 4543 ready for pushback at Charlie 3.
FedEx 3815 continue taxi. Thin Air 5908 clear to land runway 35 right. Capeville ground FedEx 3815 with you.
Capeville clearance Iberia 2057 ready for pushback at Alpha 4.
Ural 701 taxi to runway 35 left.
Swiss 5565 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Dynasty 90496 is on approach. Dynasty 90496 cleared to land runway 35 right. Singapore 4543 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower FedEx 3815 ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower Swiss 5565 request to cross runway.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Binter 7906 is on approach. Binter 7906 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Swiss 5565 continue taxi. Capeville ground Swiss 5565 with you.
Ural 701 continue taxi.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Sky 5086 is on approach.
Ground Ural 701 with you.
Iberia 2057 taxi to runway 35 left.
Sky 5086 clear to land runway 35 left.
Germania 6708 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Avianca 2001 taxi to runway 35 left. Capeville Tower, good morning. KLM 3150 is on approach.
Thin Air 5908 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
KLM 3150 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance Asiana 8903 ready for pushback at Charlie 4.
Capeville Tower, Singapore 4543 request to cross runway. Capeville Tower, good morning. Lion-Iter 5686 is on approach. Lion-Iter 5686 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville ground Inter 7906 requesting taxi to the gates.
Capeville ground Asiana 8903 ready to taxi. Asiana 8903 taxi to runway 35 right.
FedEx 3815 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
EVA 3238 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville ground, Singapore 4543 with you.
Swiss 5565 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Ural 701 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Iberia 2057 continue taxi.
Alaska 8934 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville ground Iberia 2057 with you.
Inter 7906 taxi to gate Alpha 1. KLM 3150 taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Iroquois 4644 Mayday Mayday Mayday.
Sky 5086, continue taxi.
Capeville Ground Alitalia 9289er ready to taxi.
Capeville Ground Sky 5086 with you.
Capeville Tower, Singapore 4543, ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Lioniter 5686, taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Capeville Tower Asiana 89er 03, ready for takeoff runway 35 right. Alitalia 9289er taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance AV Anchor 8633, ready for pushback at Bravo 4.
Capeville Ground Eva 3238, taxi to the gates.
Capeville clearance Spinnaker 239er 3, ready for pushback at Bravo 3.
Capeville Ground Alaska 8933, requesting taxi to the gates.
Eva 3238, requesting taxi to the gates. Eva 3238, taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Alaska 8934, taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Capeville Tower Eva 3238, request to cross runway. Eva 3238, continue taxi. Capeville Ground Eva 3238, with you.
Singapore 4543, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Asiana 89er 03, cleared for takeoff runway 35 right. Iberia 2057, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. Alitalia 9289er, cleared for takeoff runway 35 right. Spinnaker 239er 3, cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground AV Anchor 8633, ready to taxi.
Spinnaker 239er 3, taxi to runway 35 right.
AV Anchor 8633, taxi to runway 35 right. Capeville Tower AV Anchor 8633, ready for takeoff runway 35 right.
Spinnaker 239er 3, cleared for takeoff runway 35 right. Spinnaker 3070, cleared to land runway 35 left.
AV Anchor 8633, cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Irakwe 3380 is on approach. Irakwe 3380, cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Malaysian 49er86 is on approach. Malaysian 49er86 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Euro 4876 is on approach. Euro 4876, cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Irakwe 3380, requesting taxi to the gates. Capeville Ground, Spinnaker 3070, requesting taxi to the gates. Irakwe 3380, taxi to gate Alpha 5.
Dynasty 90496, cleared to land runway 35 right.
Spinnaker 3070, taxi to gate Bravo 5. Capeville Tower, Spinnaker 3070, request to cross runway. Spinnaker 3070, continue taxi. Capeville Ground, Spinnaker 3070, with you.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Germania 6708 is on approach. Germania 6708, cleared to land runway 35 right.
Malaysian 4986 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Capeville Ground, Euro 4876, requesting taxi to the gates. Euro 4876, taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Capeville Tower, good morning. US Air 2866 is on approach. US Air 2866 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capitol Ground Dynasty 90496 taxi to the gates.
Capeville clearance Finnair 5909er ready for pushback at Charlie 3. Finnair 5909er cleared for pushback.
Dynasty 90496 requesting taxi to the gates.
Capeville ground Finnair 5909er ready to taxi.
Capitol Ground Germania 6708 requesting taxi to the gates.
Finnair 5909er taxi to runway 35 left.
Germania 6708 taxi to gate Bravo 3. Dynasty 90496 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Capeville ground US Air 2866 taxi to the gates. US Air 2866 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
KLM 3151 cleared for pushback.
Finnair 5909er continue taxi. Capeville ground Finnair 5909er with you.
Inter 7907 cleared for pushback. Capeville ground KLM 3151 ready to taxi.
Finnair 5909er cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
KLM 3151 taxi to runway 35 left. Inter 7907 taxi to runway 35 left.
Singapore 7220 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance Lion-Iter 5687 ready for pushback at Alpha 3. Lion-Iter 5687 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower KLM 3151 request to cross runway. KLM 3151 continue taxi.
US Air 9052 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville ground KLM 3151 with you.
Lion-Iter 5687 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower Inter 7907 request to cross runway. KLM 3151 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Yellow Cab 90534 clear to land runway 35 right.
Inter 7907 continue taxi.
Sky 5087 cleared for pushback.
Capeville ground Inter 7907 with you.
Capeville ground Singapore 7220 taxi to the gates. Sky 5087 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower Lion-Iter 5687 request to cross runway. FedEx 8580 cleared to land runway 35 right. Capeville ground Lion-Iter 5687 with you.
Inter 7907 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Singapore 7220 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Lion-Iter 5687 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Alaska 8935 cleared for pushback.
Capitol Ground Yellow Cab 90534 requesting taxi to the gates.
Capitol clearance Eva 3239 ready for pushback at Charlie 1.
Yellow Cab 90534 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Eva 3239 cleared for pushback.
US Air 9052 taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Sky 5087 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. Alaska 8935 taxi to runway 35 left.
US Air 9052 continue taxi.
Yellow Cab 90534 hold position.
Capeville ground US Air 9052 with you.
Yellow Cab 90534 continue taxi.
Alaska 8935 continue taxi. Capeville ground Alaska 8935 with you.
Eva 3239 taxi to runway 35 left.
FedEx 8580 taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Alaska 8935 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Firefly 4272 clear to land runway 35 right.
Capitol Tower Eva 3239 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Eva 3239 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Iberia 5190 is on approach. Iberia 5190 clear to land runway 35 right. Capeville Ground, Firefly 4272, requesting taxi to the gates. Firefly 4272, taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Irate We 3381 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground, Iberia 5190, taxi to the gates. Iberia 5190, taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Irate We 3381 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance. Malaysian 49er87 ready for pushback at Bravo 1. Malaysian 49er87 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower Irate We 3381 request to cross runway. Irate We 3381 continue taxi.
Capeville Tower. Good morning. KLM 3778 is on approach. KLM 3778 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower Irate We 3381 ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Malaysian 49er87 continue taxi.
Irate We 3381 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Europa 90406 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville ground. Malaysian 49er87 with you. Malaysian 49er87 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Euro 4877 taxi to runway 35 left.
Spinnaker 3071 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance. Germania 6709 ready for pushback at Bravo 3. Germania 6709 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Sky 7256 is on approach.
Euro 4877 continue taxi.
Sky 7256 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Euro 4877 with you.
KLM 3778 taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Dynasty 90497 cleared for pushback.
Air France 6380 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Germania 6709 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Europa 90406 taxi to the gates.
Dynasty 90497 taxi to runway 35 left.
US Air 2867 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower Spinnaker 3071 ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Germania 6709 continue taxi.
Spinnaker 3071 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Euro 4877 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. Europa 90406 continue taxi. Capeville Ground, Europa 90406 with you.
Dynasty 90497 continue taxi. Capeville ground. Germania 6709 with you. Capeville ground. Dynasty 90497 with you.
US Air 2867 taxi to runway 35 left.
Dynasty 90497 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville ground. Air France 6380 taxi to the gates.
US Air 2867 continue taxi.
Capeville ground. Sky 7256 with you.
Capeville ground. US Air 2867 with you.
Germania 6709 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Air France 6380 taxi to gate Charlie 2. Capeville clearance. Singapore 7221 ready for pushback at Charlie 3. Singapore 7221 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, good morning. American 6852 is on approach. American 6852 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville ground. Singapore 7221 ready to taxi.
US Air 2867 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Singapore 7221 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower good morning. AirAsia 39er34 is on approach. AirAsia 39er34 clear to land runway 35 right. Yellow Cab 9er535 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower. Singapore 7221 request to cross runway.
Capeville Tower, good morning, Air India 6390, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
Singapore 7221, continue taxi.
Yellow cab 9535 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Singapore 7221, with you.
Capeville clearance US Air 9053 ready for pushback at Alpha 2.
American 6852 taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Capeville Tower, Singapore 7221, ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance FedEx 8581 ready for pushback at Charlie 1.
Capeville Ground Air Asia 3934 taxi to the gates. Air Asia 3934 taxi to gate Bravo 3. Capeville Tower Yellow cab 9535 request to cross runway.
Capeville Tower, American 6852 request to cross runway.
Yellow cab 9535 continue taxi.
American 6852 continue taxi.
Capeville Ground Yellow cab 9535 with you.
Capeville Ground, American 6852 with you.
Singapore 7221, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower Yellow cab 9535 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Yellow cab 9535 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
FedEx 8581 cleared for pushback.
US Air 9053 cleared for pushback.
Firefly 4273 cleared for pushback. Iberia 51901 cleared for pushback.
FedEx 8581 taxi to runway 35 left.
US Air 9053 taxi to runway 35 left.
Firefly 4273 taxi to runway 35 left. Iberia 51901 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good morning, Copa 8278 is on approach. Copa 8278 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, Iberia 51901 request to cross runway. Iberia 51901 continue taxi.
Capeville Tower, good morning, Oceana 2452 is on approach.
Capeville Ground, Firefly 4273 with you.
FedEx 8581 continue taxi.
Oceana 2452, clear to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, Iberia 51901 ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good morning, Air India 7168 is on approach. Air India 7168 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance KLM 3779 ready for pushback at Charlie 4.
Air Canada 8494 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Iberia 51901 line up and wait runway 35 left. Firefly 4273 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground FedEx 8581 with you.
Capeville Ground KLM 3779 ready to taxi.
Iberia 51901 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
US Air 9053 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
FedEx 8581 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Dynasty 6864 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Oceana 2452 taxi to gate Charlie 1.
KLM 3779 taxi to runway 35 left.
Asia 4146 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, Copa 8278 request to cross runway.
Air India 7168 taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Copa 8278 continue taxi. Capitol Ground Air Canada 8494 taxi to the gates.
Capeville Tower. Good morning. Air Canada 90384 is on approach. Air Canada 90384 clear to land runway 35 right. Capeville Ground Oceania 2452 with you.
Capitol Ground Copa 8278 with you. Air Canada 8494 taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Capeville Tower, KLM 3779. Request to cross runway.
Capeville Tower, good morning. Transnor 8312 is on approach. Transnor 8312 cleared for land runway 35 left.
Capitol Ground Dynasty 6864 taxi to the gates.
Europa 90407 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower. Good morning. Lion Inter 47906 is on approach. Lion Inter 47906 cleared to land runway 35 left. Capeville clearance. Air France 6381 ready for pushback at Charlie 2.
Asia 4146 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Dynasty 6864 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Europa 90407 taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground Air Canada 90384 taxi to the gates.
Capitol clearance Sky 7257 ready for pushback at Alpha 5.
Air Canada 90384 requesting taxi to the gates.
Capeville Ground Transnor 8312 taxi to the gates.
KLM 3779. Continue taxi.
Air France 6381 cleared for pushback.
Europa 90407 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground KLM 3779 with you.
Korean 2864 clear to land runway 35 left.
Sky 7257 taxi to runway 35 left.
Air France 6381 taxi to runway 35 left.
Transnor 8312 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Air Canada 90384 taxi to gate Alpha 5. Capeville Ground Lion Inter 47906 requesting taxi to the gates.
Transnor 8312 continue taxi. Capeville Ground Transnor 8312 with you.
Capeville Tower. Good morning. Iroquois 5670 is on approach.
Capeville Tower KLM 3779 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. KLM 3779 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Sky 7257 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground 6638 Lion Inter 47906 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
WestJet 4842 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capitol Ground Korean 2864 taxi to the gates.
Capeville Tower Air France 6381 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Capeville Tower Lion Inter 47906 request to cross runway. Air France 6381 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. Capeville Ground Lion Inter 47906 with you.
Capeville Tower. Good morning. Swiss Signer 410 is on approach.
Korean 2864 taxi to gate Charlie 4. Capitol clearance AirAsia 3935 ready for pushback at Bravo 3.
Iroquois 5670 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
Swiss Signer 410 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Korean 2864 continue taxi. AirAsia 3935 cleared for pushback. Capitol Ground Korean 2864 with you.
Lion Inter 47906 hold position. Lion Inter 47906 continue taxi.
American 6853 taxi to runway 35 left. WestJet 4842 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
AirAsia 3935 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capitol Ground Swiss Signer 410 taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Capitol Tower AirAsia 3935 request to cross runway. AirAsia 3935 continue taxi.